Hello, guys. This is High Priestess Jamila. I think I may go in the other room real quick because I'm actually upstairs. I'm not in my altar room. Um, yeah, I think we're gonna go in the other room. So I wanted to come and answer a question that I was asked today about witchcraft today. Very good question that somebody asked me about death magic. Okay, death magic, when you just murder your enemy with magic. Okay, I want to answer that question. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. By the way, I do work magical spells and rituals for people. Do I do death magic? I not specifically. Okay, so I wanted to come and answer the question, why can't we just kill the enemy? Why can't we just get rid of them? Um, why can't we just make them physically die? And it's a lot of practitioners that can. Okay, for me personally, my spiritual gifts, they lean more so towards the healing side. But on the flip side, everybody's spiritual gifts can have a dark side. So, being that I'm a healer, I could have the opposite effect if I wanted to. What is my personal opinion about attempting to use death magic to murder your enemy? I personally, if I felt that the person were suffering in life, um, I believe that there are some people that are just suffering in this life. And so I think, as far as depending on what the person has done, you know what I'm saying? I think that it depends on what they've done. You have to be careful when you are casting magic. Um, I'm very responsible with it. I am not going to, do a serious death ritual on somebody that called me a poopy face. So what I'm basically saying is, wanting spirit to actually kill somebody, like physically kill them because they got on your nerves, that is something that would be open for interpretation or judgment. Okay. Me personally, I have never had an instant where it would be justified for me to do a serious death ritual on somebody, for me to do like a serious death magic ritual to where I and see death. I'm not going to discuss how to do it. I know how to do it. I know how to do it. It's not what you guys think. It isn't. It's very, very complicated. But yeah, it can be done. Okay, especially when you look at a person's lifestyle, like how they may live. Okay, for example, sometimes a person that is doing a lot of dirt to people, they may have a lot of enemies, and you can definitely manipulate the energies to make their enemies come after them. Okay, killing them with magic, and to be honest with you, um, it's that whole balance thing, and I think that if you have an enemy and they have like caused you to lose your baby or cause some kind of death in your family, or if they, did something intentionally, then yeah, you would be justified. Or if you actually had somebody get sick or die, um, hello, Miss Busy. If you actually had somebody get sick or die, or like if you ended up, getting real sick, from something that that person did, or if they were able to, cause any sort of suffering on your part, okay, then yeah, you could possibly do that. Okay. Hold on a second, guys. I think that being responsible, um, I think being responsible with magic is important as well. Um, so for me, I'm gonna be honest with you. For me, I think that trying to kill your enemy with magic could backfire on you to the point where if they were to go into the spirit realm, now you have a person in the spirit realm, okay, that could potentially, kind of hang on to you. So I wouldn't necessarily want that person's blood on my hands. Taking somebody's life is a lot more difficult than what you think. If my spirits felt, or if your spirits really feel that you're in some kind of danger, they will try to take that person out. I've seen it happen. I've seen people on their way to people's houses to do something to them, and their car just flip over a bunch of times. So if your enemy got an intent to kill you, your spirits can be so good to where they will take that person out if they have a real, genuine, intent to murder you. Now, you can be murdered by so many different, things. You know what I'm saying? So, um, it just depends. But for me personally, throughout the years, I'm eating good. You know what I'm saying? My main thing is all about energy and law of attraction. So that's where your enemies could be dangerous to you. I don't personally think that we should be trying to kill people over your mama jokes. Okay. I don't think we should be trying to kill each other over your mama jokes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that if I did do that to cause a physical death to somebody, I think that I would probably have to spend like 6 months, clearing myself of all that negative karma. And you know what, guys? I'm going to tell you something. Even when they are doing things that are so sickeningly disgusting, to kill them is a whole other thing. Seriously. So you got to understand that that's a huge responsibility. That's why when you look at pagan, and I gotta go in a second, guys, but I wanted to answer this question and I'll elaborate a little bit more later on tonight. That's just like if you have a pagan ritual, like you know how they be doing them rituals over there in Cuba, they be doing them animal sacrifices. You gotta have a certain, like you gotta have certain ranking and a certain spiritual essence to even perform an animal sacrifice. Like everybody that just don't be doing animal sacrifices, man. It got to be like a high priest or a high priestess or somebody that know what they doing. Okay, and so you can't let people get you to that point of anger because that's a lot of responsibility. There are some people that they want to commit suicide by witchcraft sometimes, I think, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be the one to take your life because death is final. Now, I will tell you this, that yeah, I will verbally wish death on my enemies. I will. Does that mean the spirit gonna move that? No. And see, death can be taken out of context. Would I rather my enemy just change their wicked ways? Yeah, that would be the preference. Especially, but you know what I'm saying? Killing somebody for that person to die, that's the easy way out. Yeah, some people are running from their responsibilities like that to the point where, they may try to. So for me, I would rather, like, I don't want a bloody Christmas. Christmas is in a couple of months. I want to have a happy, joyful Christmas. I don't even want to have to deal with this stuff. But you know what? Sometimes you got to do dark work. I've been doing light work today. Dark work is light work. And I ain't gonna apologize for it because I'm not sorry, and I ain't gotta make no excuses because I do what I gotta do. My neighbor and ex, I believe, is stalking and spying on me. Someone cut my screens to my window. The neighbor stalks me and bangs over my head. What should I do? Oh Lord. Well, I need to read you, hon, because to tell you what to do. And see, I gotta go, guys, because I've got a client to get to. So we'll talk about this later. Listen, at the end of the day, before I lay my head down in that bed, my energy is this. Okay. I would rather everything be settled in a positive way. Now, if it can't be settled in a positive way, then spirit will take that person. You don't have to ask spirit necessarily to kill somebody. If somebody's gonna send you energy bad enough to murder you, your spirits will show enough take them out. So y'all don't have to worry about that. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, if you guys are wondering about readings, consultations, all of my contact info is below. I've been doing this for years. I know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? It is kind of like, the shit talk and all that stuff, the words. I'm gonna be honest with you, words can be powerful. I noticed that a lot of people use words, just spoken word to try to hex people and stuff like that. Nothing trumps witchcraft. Nothing. Nothing. Like it's nothing they can do about it. They can talk. Your enemy can talk until they are blue in the face. It ain't going to change the outcome. Okay. So to be honest with you, it ain't even no need to continue to respond to them. If you got something to say, you say something and then you keep it moving, you move on. You don't even think about your enemy after you done destroyed them verbally. Okay, you can walk away at that point with a clean slate. Because to be honest with you, what you're doing is you're throwing energy back and forth to your enemy. Okay. And so if enemy is using spoken word, you can throw it back, protect yourself, and make sure they can't throw it back at you. That's really all you got to do. I think that at the end of the day, there's some people that manage to penetrate your spirit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Yanni. There's some people that do manage to somehow they seem to get in. And with that, that's when you just have to devise some kind of plan and like, but for me personally, I'm the type of person to where if you at war with me, I'm not going to avoid the war. I'm just going to take you down. And see, you can destroy and take somebody's power. You can bind somebody's power. And it is the truth. If somebody is going to use what they have against you to hurt you, and literally it's kind of like you have the right to, you have every right to defend yourself. You do. Even against me, people, if I attack somebody unfairly, they got the right to defend themselves against me. It's fair game. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to tell y'all this. We ready for the rainbows. No matter what I do on that backup channel, that's what we are. And but see, the stuff that I do is necessary, y'all. It's necessary. Trust me. I know what I'm doing. I do. And I really feel that it comes in cycles. Okay, so right now, if you're at the beginning of some kind of war, there's certain actions that you can take to where, you know what I'm saying, you can just brush all that stuff off. Because technically, you're supposed to just be able to brush half the stuff off. But see, people want to attach to you, they want to be all up in your damn face. Okay, and so I don't like that. And if you guys notice, especially right now with this whole COVID thing, I don't even want to see nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's only a few select people that I would even let in my house during this time. So your enemies do have bad energy, and it is important for you to not let it settle in. That's why I always nip stuff in the bud. Don't ever sit and go, I'm just gonna ignore them because they ain't. Nip it in the bud. Nip it in the bud. You don't just sit up there and wait on nothing. I like to do stuff real quick. Boom, bada bing, bada boom. What do they call that? Boom, just cut it, deal with it, handle it. My auntie was the same exact way, and she was an Aries. So I had a female aunt, her zodiac sign was an Aries. And I'm gonna talk more about my ancestors and my departed loved ones, but I think I want to do that more so on Patreon in case somebody, for my, everybody that's already a Patreon. So it'll be available for all levels because, it like your family's magic. Like, I'm dealing with my family's magic. Like, understand that a lot of times, to be honest with you, my enemies are victims. My enemies are, a lot of them are victims because they are privy to my family's magic, which is very powerful. And they can't get away from it. They are trapped. You know what I'm saying? So y'all got to think about y'all ancestors at the same time and make sure that y'all join Sal Wayne. We are burning ancestor money all day. We're doing protection. Okay. And sometimes when y'all see me, when I start fussing at people, that's a sign. You know how when you got witchy kids and the witchy kids, they start saying stuff and they start telling you stuff? Take that as a sign because I'm very good at that. Unapologetic Ella. I was just talking about that for the past 17 minutes. You know what? To be honest with you, it would be pretty expensive for me to actually do a death spell on somebody. It would be pretty expensive. It would take a while too. It ain't gonna happen overnight. It depends on how spirit. It depends on what that person doing though. I swear to you, it depends on what your enemy is doing. Hey, Miss L returns. Hey. Oh, I love the rain too. Okay, guys. Okay, guys. I've got to go. Make sure that you guys cash at me and do Sal Wayne. I'm telling you, it's coming in. Because I done already cleaned it out of my house. Trust me, it's floating around. And my oldest son told me about a weird dream that he had. I ain't gonna tell his business. But like, I'ma say this. I ain't about to be touching up on nobody unless I really care about that person or whatever, because right now we dealing with each other's ancestors. And listen, if the spirits are not familiar, let that go. We dealing with familiar spirits right now, man. We ain't wasting. Hey, the only time we dealing with them unfamiliar spirits is when we keeping our foot on their necks. Okay. Mm-hmm. And get your cleanses too, guys. I just did a cleanse on myself today. So instant difference. Instant difference. I gotta go, guys, because I gotta do a reading for a client. And shout out to all of my supporters. I really appreciate it. At the end of the day, we always got this taken care of all the time. Like, I swear to God, it's I already know what's up. I know what's up with you women. I know what's up with the men. I know what's up with everybody. So we handling it. You know what I'm saying? It's a piece of cake. I'm about to go eat a piece of cake. I'll see y'all later. I love you guys. Okay. Love and light, guys. Bye-bye.